Ladies and gentlemen, we are coming at you live from episode 46 of Life on the Rocks with your host, Connor Rocques. Today's featured guest in the hot seat is my friend, Zoe Monroy. How are you doing today?
Hi,
Monroy.
good. Yes, thank you so much for inviting me.
Oh, anytime. For anyone in the city of Sudbury who doesn't know Zoe currently, she is a master NLP practitioner as well as owns her own dance studio. So the first question I always like to ask, Zoe, what got you started in business?
So it was like actually almost 2 years ago that I got laid off from my job.
Oh, wow.
And then actually it was like a lot of transition happening that time. And I realized, well, maybe it's a good time for a change.
Definitely.
So then I said, okay, I took some trainings and I just opened my own business.
Really? So did you start off, was it a dance school first, or did you get into the NLP? Like, how did this go? Walk me through this.
Yeah, so what happened is I started first, let's say I have my own business networking, actually was through Arbonne.
Oh, wow.
Networking.
No kidding, yeah.
And then after that, that one didn't work too much. And then I took the trainings, the NLP trainings. And after that, I said, okay, this is what I want to do. And I started coaching first, like one-on-one coaching. And now it's going through like the dancing and through the training. So it's been really, really good journey so far, and I love it.
Absolutely. So for anyone else, anyone out there that doesn't know what NLP, so neuro-linguistic programming, people like Tony Robbins, they're practitioners of this. Can you explain exactly what it is? Like just in a general synopsis, like what is NLP? Like for people out there that don't know, because I know, the other arm of it is cognitive behavioral therapy, but in this side, you have NLP, which is a more, I'd say, practical version.
Yeah, so actually NLP is like the study of excellence. So it's like a reprogramming yourself and do behavior, let's say for things that you do in the past that really don't serve you no more, that you can improve your life and have a better life in the now, let's say in the present, and then have a better future as well. So it's actually just programming yourself, your thoughts, because we have, I think it's around 90,000 thoughts a day. So if you're thinking all the time, so we wanted to make it good thoughts.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So yeah, that's basically what it is. And it's also like watching your language, the things that you say to yourself first and then to others that can affect your life.
It's true. I actually want to give you an example. I was watching a video online about this gentleman. He was a Toastmaster, like one of the international champions. And he went on stage and he goes up and he's like, smoking actually isn't like one of the primary causes of cancer. He said something like that, and then he's like, words are powerful, because right away you see the speaker, you believe it almost, right?
That's right.
But it's wrong, and I guess it's kind of similar premise to neuro-linguistic programming. Where did you hear about something like this?
So it's funny, I tell you, like, I actually learned about a little bit of that back home in Venezuela, almost 20 years ago.
Wow.
And I took like a small, it would say like a workshop a weekend, and I learned from there. And I keep using it, I just have a little bit of knowledge. And then after I came to Canada, then I was with actually a friend of mine through the Arbonne business.
Wow. She
said to me, hey, there is a training coming up in Toronto. And I'm like, what is it? NLP, I'm in.
Yeah.
So I jumped in and I did it all. I took all the trainings, and I'm really grateful I did it because it really changed my life.
No, absolutely. And I think that's something super beneficial with multi-level marketing companies is that they open up a huge network. It's all about empowerment, getting better, and that's something good, obviously. I was wondering how you kind of crossed into that kind of field. You also run a dance business. So two things. I couldn't figure it out before the interview. I'm like, so he does like 4 different things. I wasn't sure what was specific. But so the dancing piece obviously has probably been part of your soul and part of you since you were a child, I would assume. But what got you into actually wanting to go out and teach dance?
So yeah, actually I started teaching here in Sudbury. It's funny, when I was married a few years ago, and my ex-husband and I we moved here, and then we said, well, there is no salsa here in Sudbury. And I said, well, why don't we teach?
Exactly.
So we started teaching, and it was really good. So we did it together for almost, I think I would say 5 years or so. And yeah, it's really in me. I really love dancing. Dancing is something that it's like, if I can do it, anybody can do it, really, because it keeps you active. You never see somebody who is dancing that is upset or is sad.
It's true.
No, it's like it takes you out of all your problems, and you're just in the moment, having fun and enjoying yourself and meeting new people as well, and keep you active and fit. So
absolutely. So I wanted to ask you, this is something super important. Like I told you before the interview, I said, I can go up on a stage, I can do I'm fearless in a number of ways. But I just, when it comes to dancing, I can't get over that fear. Like, what would you recommend to somebody, like, if I was trying to go out and get over that fear? Like, to teach me, like, I try to dance with my girlfriend or something, and I stiffen up, you know what I mean? Like, what are some things I could do, or just as a person, to get over that fear of dancing in front of people?
Yeah, well, first of all, you got to sign up with me.
I figured. That was I already did. No.
Yeah, so then, actually, it's also like, you sometimes need to find something that you really like it, that you really passionately say about, and then anchor that into yourself, and then go and do the dance.
Definitely.
And actually, also, it's about practice, right?
Practice too.
And having a coach, because when you have somebody that is there for you and it guides you, so you improve and you get better. So it's like anything. I always say to my students that dancing is like, we build a foundation of the house first, so we learn the basics really, really good, and then from that, everything comes really easy.
Kind of get in the rhythm. I guess it's all about the movement, and then as you get flowing, it's a lot easier. Yeah.
Exactly. So and then you're just there in the moment, like you said, and I find that it's a workout for the body and the brain as well, because you're concentrating, you're counting, and you're moving your feet, and then you're like, oh, what am I going to do next? And you're moving your hands sometimes too. So it's all connected.
Absolutely.
And you know what? It's just that you got to just go and do it.
You got to do it. It's one of those things. I need a coach. That's what it is. I think that's really what had been stopping, because I think, like, if I was paying for it or something, I'd be like, okay, now I got to kind of learn it.
Yeah.
So talk to me. You were just doing the Easter Seals, right? Dancing with the Stars. So what was that initiative? So did you went in with a partner? I know the gentleman, so Richie Rich in the city, super cool guy. So how was the experience on that or in that event rather?
Yeah, so the Easter Seals has been doing this. Actually, this year was the 8th anniversary for dancing with the star, and actually started here in Sudbury.
No kidding, yeah.
Yes.
Super cool.
So Richie is they look like for a celebrity, a local celebrity, and then the pro. In this case, is me.
I guess.
And then they put us together, and we practice like a lot.
Wow.
And you know, when you put your time, your energy, and also your money into something, you learn.
Definitely.
Right? Because then you get into that, and you're like committed. So we really put our schedule together, and we started practicing. He was very scared at the beginning. He was nervous. I never danced before. I know about music, but I don't know too much. And it was a really good journey. And now I can say that I have a new friend too.
No, absolutely.
So this is it was a really, really good experience too.
No, I can imagine. I'm gonna sign up next year. You'll see me on there, 100%. I think
That's
it's something.
Yeah, you just gotta do it.
Yeah, I gotta do it. That's like one of the biggest things. So another app you want to. So you got the dancing. You're also an MLP. Like, where do you focus specifically when you're teaching people? Like, not speaking with the NLP. Like, are you focusing? So you said we were talking earlier about the mindset. Is that's where you're trying to unravel as you're teaching your clients and students?
Yes, it's actually your mindset. Because when you put your mind into something, you learn it.
No, absolutely.
Right? When you're like committed to that, it's kind of like anything that you do in your life. For example, if you're starting a new job, you put yourself there into learning what it is about, and you're not going to learn it all, let's say, in 1 week or even in a month.
Yeah.
So you got to keep practicing, getting there into your head, they say, and then do it. Well, dancing is the same, and then also the coaching part as well, because you get into yourself like, okay, this is new for me, so how can I do it better? How can I improve here? And then as you have guidance, so then you get
a lot better, yeah. I think that's one of the most important things I always tell people on here as well, is that, you know, you're obviously an expert. Like, it's something to learn something, but then going forward and teaching it, that's when it shows you actually know what you're doing, you know what I mean, for the fullest, kind of learn all aspects, because you're like, oh crap, and then you notice something you probably wouldn't before. Another thing I know I'm crossing gears over here. So I want to talk about, so you're an immigrant, right? So you said you're from Venezuela.
Yes. And
something I always ask people, and sometimes people say, you know, being an immigrant, you're almost at a disadvantage. And the other argument on the other side, which I agree with to a sense, is that it's almost not a disadvantage because of your work ethic. So you come to a country and you're like, I got something to prove, you know what I mean? Would you agree with that?
Yes, actually, I feel really good being immigrant. And I'm proud of that too, and I can call Canada my home now, because I really love this country, even though it's cold.
Yeah, well,
the winters are long here.
You still got a tan though, you know what I mean? Look at me.
Yes, that's right. So you know what? This is home for me, and I'm really happy to share, let's say, my knowledge or my goal that I have right now. It's like, I really want people to see that they can do things they want if you really put your effort into it, so you can do it. Like, I went through a lot of things the last few years myself, and I can tell you right now, I've been improving a lot and just keeping with the mastermind group. I have my mentor. And, just learning new things all the time and connecting with people. That's the key to keep yourself going. So.
No, that's true. You got to keep in motion, right?
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. And then, when you get complacent, you sit there and you're just beating yourself up. You're not going to, you need a coach for that. You got to start dancing, you need a coach. I think that's the best thing to say.
Yeah.
So I want to talk, in terms of business, two of the most important facets are marketing and sales, right? And I always tell, I embrace it. I'm a sales guy. We know that.
Yeah.
You're obviously a salesperson as well. You know what I mean? As soon as I met you too, we were talking a lot about that stuff. So talk to me about how you're selling your programs and kind of marketing them out there. Like talk about that, like how you get out there and start getting clients to come to your classes. Is it word of mouth? Are you doing social media marketing?
So yeah, right now I have a lot of social media. Like as we know, you're saying we're marketing, we're business people, so we need to be out there in social media. So yes, I am on Facebook and Instagram, and LinkedIn, and also definitely word of mouth. And I go to a lot of different networking events as well, because that will help you. Not only here in Sudbury, I also go sometimes even in Toronto.
Wow.
And I get some new connections there as well. So it's growing slowly and surely, so for sure. So
how do you feel? So this is something I ask everybody that's a business person on here. Like I know there's a stigma with being a salesperson, right? Everybody gets that icky feeling. They're like, oh, you're a salesperson. They get the door-to-door kind of feeling. How do you feel when you have to go out and you're selling your service? Like obviously you believe in it, so it's not probably as hard for you to go out there. But how do you feel about just sales in general?
Well, to me, sometimes I feel like if you're going out there with genuine in putting your heart into something, people will see it as is you.
Absolutely.
And they want to help you. As opposed to just like, oh yeah, I gotta buy this. Oh, I don't want to buy this. Or I really need to buy this. No, it's just, I'm offering a service, and sometimes it's an opportunity. And when you have an opportunity in front of you that is going to improve your life, so it's priceless.
You're right. I think that's huge, especially, and then you kind of put the price on it, right, for what you're worth. And that's, again, like I say, every time that a lot of time you see with these people, like some people tainted the waters in a sense because they just went out for the money.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't care if you need this, they don't even qualify somebody, and they just go in and just buy my crap. And that's what you see in marketing today. I find a lot of it on Instagram, Facebook. I'm getting messages from people all the time. They're not even trying to build a relationship. Hey, how you doing? Good. And then buy my crap. Or go join my program, or go with this. So talk to me, another thing I want to go into, I think this is important just for people, these are interesting kind of topics. How was it being in multi-level marketing? So I had to dabble into it as well. Like, so I'm just curious, like, how was your experience in multi-level marketing?
Yeah, it was really good, especially like I was saying, I was going through a really tough time then, and I had really good support from there, like a lot of people, and the self-developed that I got from that, it was huge. So it's also like that time, it led me to my NLP now. So it's all part of the journey. And when I go back, I learned so much there. I love the products, and I met some really, really good people, and I can call them my friends now. So that's important, like you're saying, building the relationships first. So
I mean, I think that's one of probably the most important things in business is the relationships, because I mean, who are you gonna, it's kind of expand your network to get out there and offer services and things, right?
Yeah.
So obviously with that, another thing I wanted to ask you. So you have something coming up here. I want you to explain what you have going on. So you have this Salsa Yourself Sexy event. So what is this event entail? We were talking about this before, but I want to talk about it on here.
Yeah, so this is should I put it up?
Yeah, absolutely, for sure.
So this is a workshop, and it's a 2-day workshop that I'm doing in March. And what it is that, sometimes people don't feel sexy and in their life. So here, you're going to learn some cool things on how you can feel sexy and improve your life. And also your relationship, with, especially let's say with your partner, so spouses. And then we're gonna get you moving as well, because I'm gonna show some, move. And then we use it also, like I said, for improving your life. So this is gonna be in March 10 and 11, and I have a good price right now. It's $197 per person plus HST. And if I have some people calling or liking in this, I'm going to put it in a draw for a ticket.
There we go.
So yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, so this is it's something that I really learned, that it helped a lot of people to feel confident in themselves. And to tell you the truth, also people really call me sexy all the time. So I say, okay, I gotta share how you be sexy.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's what I want to ask you about that. So you're doing, it's going to be a salsa event, then you'll also add in some of your NLP stuff to kind of get people boosting up their confidence and stuff like that.
Yes, exactly.
That's
and it's a mindset too. So
mindset.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's huge. It's funny. I go by the saying. I make the joke. Mindset is everything.
Yeah.
It literally is everything in the sense that, you know what I mean. At the end of the day, you study some of these books, like you take Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning. It was about the Holocaust, and I'm not here to talk about that, but he went in a lot of the time. I've said it on stage multiple times, and he talked about, you know, a lot of these people that were put in that situation. They talked about, you know, the mentality behind it, that a lot of them that were able to survive, some of them in these situations, had a very strong mind. And Viktor Frankl was one of the people in that book. It's a very powerful book. It's actually Tony Robbins is the one that recommends it. So for anyone out there, that was something that really puts things in perspective, in a sense. But going forward for a second, so you got your salsa night coming out. Is that your primary, like, for as a dance instructor? Like, is salsa your background, or do you go into, like, there must be obviously a number of different things you do, but is that your primary?
Well, right now, yeah, I'm really focusing on the dancing a lot, since like I really feel like it's something that I can give to the community. And we are going out there. I have some really good friends that we're connecting. We're gonna do some really cool events in the fall. So we wanted to have really a lot of people to come and experience the dancing, because dancing again is fun. And you know, it keeps you fit, and in your mind, you can you forget all your problems.
Exactly.
Because you're there in the moment, enjoying the music, and you know, feeling it, and like I said, meeting new people as well. So, and then the coaching is the other part that I like to do too. And then whoever needs, you know, some coaching one-on-one, like a private, so then I'll do that too as well.
It's funny. A lot of people, I would think, they don't become good dancers until they drink. You know what I mean? That's what you see a lot of time. Like, that was the only time you get them drinking, and then they get kind of loose, and they're not worried about everybody watching.
Yeah, it's funny that you said that. Sometimes people said to me that. I said, well, maybe I need to start bringing, I don't know, some little shot of wine or something to my classes, so they listen up. But you know, when you are taking the lessons, you will see, you can ask some of my students that they said, no, I never know how to dance, and now they're like, they feel confident.
They feel confident.
Yeah.
So. I seriously am gonna make one of your classes. I can't give you a date. I really should lock in a date, but I definitely am gonna make one of your classes.
Okay.
Something super important. I also want to ask you. So with this upcoming event, like, what else can we expect from you? I mean, you're doing like 15 different things. I love it. I honestly do. Like, I'm one of those people. You know, get out there. You're teaching a class on this, and then you have something over there. You have the NLP coaching. What can we expect next year? Is there going to be a book? Like, you have like a podcast coming out? Like, what do we expect? There's got to be something.
Yeah, well, actually, there is a book.
No kidding.
Yeah, so it's on the go right now, and I'm really excited for that as well. With my mastermind group, we're working something together. Yes, and I really like to invest in other things, because you know what? Like my mentor said, when you're done, you're dead. So you really need to do things, and the brain is so big that you can learn anything you want to, whenever you want to, really. If you put your own limitations, it's just yourself. So there is some really cool things happening very soon, and I'm very excited, so I'll keep you all posted.
That's huge. Who are some of the people, you know, in terms of influencers online and stuff like that? Like, obviously, I'm assuming you're a practitioner with Tony Robbins, like you probably study some of his. Like, who are some of these people for young ladies and young gentlemen out there that can look up to, that you watch into and invest time into?
Yeah, so my favorite is Tony Robbins.
Tony's the man.
Say that's the man.
Force of nature, as Oprah would say.
Yes, I really love him. He's so empowering. But you know, some people resonate with others. So one of my favorites, author, is also Simon Sinek.
Sinek's really interesting, very interesting author.
He is really good. And
his book's right there, actually. Go ahead though, yeah.
And the main, another really, I like reading a lot, so I read all the time. And the one book I like is Think and Grow Rich.
Mm-hmm.
And some for business as well is the E-Myth.
E-Myth, I've actually never heard that one.
Yeah, so it's Michael Gerber.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a really good book when you're starting a business, because it shows you all different stages that you are in your business, and it's very powerful. So those are some of the things that I.
Those are some of the people you look into.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel? Like, I mean, I gotta ask, because I know a lot of people on my network. Gary Vee. What do you think of Gary Vee?
Gary V, I haven't really.
Vaynerchuk, Gary Vaynerchuk?
Oh, Vaynerchuk,
so he's in your face all the time. Like he's one of those guys. You probably get his marketing on your stream at some point.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So it's very into, like you say, it's in your face. So.
Yeah, he's a hit and miss kind of person.
Yeah.
I will say though, honestly, you've done an exceptional job in the city. I mean, how many different things do you do, right? I love that. That's why I bring people on the show. For anyone out there, where can we find you on social media? I tag you here, but where? So on Instagram, if someone wants to get into your course, where can we find you? Talk it right to the camera.
Yeah. So my website is zoimonroy.com. ZOIMONROY.com. And also my name is Zoe Monroy on Facebook.
Perfect.
And Instagram as well. I also have for the dancing, it's called Salsa and Stud Booty with Zoe. It's on Facebook. And my phone number, you can text me, call me to 705-919-7139.
You got to watch some guys out there. They might be calling you. I'm just kidding. It's all good. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank
Mark
you so
my
much.
words. I'm going to get a photo with her dancing at some point. I don't know when. I can't tell you.
Sounds good.